Going into the toy box with Toy Story 4, so let's get crackin'! Hello all my explorers and welcome back to Loren's Adventures Out There. And if you're new, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. My name is Loren and I'm with Castles, Capes, and Clones, where we discuss everything in the Disney universe. We talk Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, The Muppets, 20th Century, National Geographic, Disney Plus, ABC, Hulu, and more. So if you like Disney content, come subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell for notifications and do like this post as it really helps us with the algorithm. Before we start today's video, we wanted to say that without the labor of writers and actors, there wouldn't be Disney content like the deep dive that we're going to be doing into Toy Story 4 today. So we support the 2023 WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. Okay, so we are continuing our series Inside the Toy Box, which is our look at the films of Pixar Animation Studios in chronological order. We started with Toy Story, and we will end with the most recent film, Elemental. And today we are going to be talking about 2019's Toy Story 4. Set after the third film, Toy Story 4 finds the characters on a road trip with Bonnie before she starts school. During her orientation, she creates Forky, a spork made with recycled materials, and loses him during the trip. Woody feels a duty to find him and bring him back. Meanwhile, he is reunited with Bo Peep, who shows Woody that there is life beyond having a child. Woody must decide if he wants to do what's safe and stay with Bonnie, or stay with Bo Peep for a life of freedom and uncertainties. While Pixar initially denied it was working on a fourth film to its popular Toy Story franchise, it finally announced it was in the works on a 2014 investor call. Then Pixar head John Lasseter said, quote, Pixar never even talked about doing another Toy Story film. But when Andrew Stanton, Pete Docter, Lee Unkrich, and I came up with this new idea, I just could not stop thinking about it. According to Lasseter, the film was so secret that even Pixar president Jim Morris and co-founder Ed Catmull didn't know about it until the treatment was finished. He said, quote, we do not do any sequel because we want to print money, but rather to tell a new story. Co-director Josh Cooley later admitted the film was in development even before the release of the third film. During the 2017 D23 Expo, Lasseter announced that he was stepping down, leaving Cooley as the sole director, saying that he could no longer commit to directing the films between his positions at Pixar, Walt Disney Animation Studios, and Disney Toon Studios. While billed as a romantic comedy, the relationship between Woody and Bo Peep was more a clash between safety and freedom. Lasseter said Bo Peep's non-inclusion in the third film was because they were saving her for a fourth film. Bo Peep was living the life that Woody has long feared throughout the trilogy, which made the ending even more powerful. Tim Allen said that the film's story was, quote, so emotional, unquote, that he, quote, couldn't even get through the last scene, unquote. Similarly, Tom Hanks called the film's ending scene a, quote, moment in history, unquote. Most of the previous actors joined the fourth film. Don Rickles, however, passed away before recording started. The Rickles family, however, contacted Pixar to see if they could find a way for them to use his voice. Pixar then looked at 25 years of archival material, including unused lines from the films, video games, and other media, and other works, and repurposed them for the use within the film. Tony Hale was cast as Forky. Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele were cast as a pair of Carnival Prize plush toys named Ducky and Bunny. Keanu Reeves was cast as Canadian action figure Duke Kaboom. Ali Maki was cast as Polly Pocket-style police officer Giggle McDimples. And Christina Hendricks was cast as the villainous Gabby Gabby. Madeline McGraw was revealed to be voicing Bonnie, who was originally voiced by Emily Hahn in the previous film and other works. Comedians Carol Burnett, Mel Brooks, Carl Reiner, and Betty White were added to the cast as toys that Bonnie had outgrown, and they give advice to Woody for when she outgrows him. Randy Newman was brought on once again to score the film as he had with the last three. He wrote 2 new songs for the film titled The Battle of the Lonesome Cowboy and I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away, with Newman also performing the latter. Chris Stapleton recorded the single for Cowboy. Toy Story 4 grossed $434 million in the United States and Canada, and $639.4 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $1.073 billion. It was the 8th highest grossing film of 2019. The film had a worldwide opening of $244.5 million, the biggest for an animated film at that time. It crossed the $1 billion mark on August 13, 2019, becoming the 43rd film as well as the 4th Pixar film to ever do so. Critically, Rotten Tomatoes scored it 97% fresh, with critical consensus stating, heartwarming, funny, and beautifully animated, Toy Story 4 manages the unlikely feat of extending and perhaps concluding a practically perfect animated saga. At the 92nd Academy Awards, Toy Story 4 received a nomination for Best Original Song and won Best Animated Feature. The film's other nominations included 6 Annie Awards, a British Academy Film Award, a Critics' Choice Movie Award, which it won, and a Golden Globe Award. A short called Lamp Life, filling the gap between Bo Peep's life as Andy's or Molly's toy and her life of freedom. Forky Ask a Question was a short-form series in which Forky asks the various toys various questions. And still, the franchise lives on. Lightyear was released in theaters in 2022, and Toy Story 5 was announced during an investor call this year. Okay, so what did I think of Toy Story 4? You know, I have to admit that when I first watched it, I didn't understand what the point was, why they had to add a 4th film when the ending of the 3rd film I thought was so perfect. But then when I began to see that this wasn't unintended, this was answering the fears of Woody, the fears that he had for 3 years, the fears of loss, the fear of, not being wanted or not being needed. And this answered that question, which I thought was interesting and very cool that they found another way to show the life of toys. And when I watched it a second time, I actually cried during the ending. I agree with Tim Allen and Tom Hanks that it is a very powerful ending. As powerful as Toy Story 3's ending? No, but a powerful one nonetheless because of the way in which it handled Woody's decision. Would he stay with Bonnie or would he stay with Bo Peep? I won't answer that question for you, just in case you haven't seen this film. But if you have, let me know in the comments below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know. I'd love to know. And if you had a good time today, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help us out. Visit us on all of our socials down below. Visit our website at www.castlescapesandclones.com. And with that, we will see you later. Bye!